Few aircraft in military history have captured the imagination of both soldiers and aviation enthusiasts like the A-10 Thunderbolt II, better known as the Warthog. With its rugged build, iconic design, and the infamous GAU-8 Avenger 30mm cannon mounted in its nose, the Warthog has become more than just an airplane. It's a battlefield legend. But recently, whispers across the internet have stirred curiosity. Has the US secretly built a next-generation successor, sometimes dubbed the A-11 Warthog, or the so-called Blacksnake Super A-10? To separate fact from fiction, let's dive into the history, design, and future of the A-10, while examining whether a Super Warthog is more than just rumor. Origins. The A-10 was conceived in the 1970s at the height of the Cold War. NATO military planners feared that the Soviet Union might pour its vast tank divisions through a vulnerable stretch of land in Germany known as the Fulda Gap. This 50-kilometer-wide valley provided a direct corridor into Western Europe and represented one of the greatest strategic vulnerabilities of the era. To counter this looming threat, the US adopted the Air-Land Battle Doctrine, a strategy that emphasized tight coordination between ground forces and air support. The Air Force needed an aircraft designed specifically to hunt tanks, smash armored columns, and shield infantry units in the heat of battle. Out of this need, the A-10 was born, a flying tank killer optimized for close air support, designed for durability. Unlike sleek fighter jets that dazzle with speed and agility, the A-10 embraced a completely different philosophy: survive, strike hard, and come back for more. The Warthog was never about elegance or acrobatics. It was about ruggedness, reliability, and lethality in the most dangerous environments imaginable. To fulfill its role, it had to fly low and slow, often placing itself directly in the crosshairs of enemy gunners. To withstand this, engineers armored the cockpit with a titanium bathtub that could endure direct hits from 23mm armor-piercing rounds. Its redundant hydraulic systems ensured that if one was destroyed, the other could keep the aircraft flying, and in the rare event both failed, a manual reversion system allowed the pilot to guide the plane to safety with sheer force of will. The fuel tanks were foam-filled and self-sealing, reducing the chance of catastrophic explosions, and its landing gear was partially exposed even when retracted, so the plane could still land if hydraulics failed. Every element of the A-10's design screamed survivability, the gun that defines it. At the heart of the A-10's fearsome reputation sits its most terrifying feature: the GAU-8 Avenger cannon, a 7-barrel Gatling gun so massive that the aircraft was practically built around it. This weapon, capable of unleashing up to 3,900 rounds per minute, was purpose-built for destroying tanks and other armored targets. The ammunition drum, which holds 1,150 rounds, runs almost the entire length of the fuselage. To prevent spent shells from damaging the aircraft, a sophisticated linkless feed system recycles them back into the drum after firing. The cannon's depleted uranium rounds were devastating, easily punching through even the toughest Soviet armor. When it fires, the distinctive brrr-t sound resonates across the battlefield, striking fear into enemies while offering relief and hope to friendly troops below. That sound became more than noise. It was the audio embodiment of salvation. Built for the battlefield, not the runway. The A-10 was designed with practicality in mind. Unlike sleek fighters that require pristine runways and specialized crews, the Warthog could take off from rough forward bases close to the fight. Its engines were mounted high to avoid dust and debris, and its auxiliary power unit allowed it to start without external support. Even its parts were easy to replace with off-the-shelf components, meaning it could be repaired and back in the air quickly. This rugged simplicity made the A-10 a dependable war machine that kept flying when others would be grounded. Why it's so hard to replace? For decades, leaders have debated replacing the A-10 with modern jets like the F-16 or F-35. Both are advanced, versatile aircraft, but neither was built for the Warthog's brutal mission of close air support. The A-10's strength lies in flying low, soaking up damage, and delivering devastating firepower to protect ground troops. Soldiers often describe it as their guardian angel, trusted in ways no other aircraft has ever matched. Modern upgrades to the Warthog. Despite constant rumors of its retirement, the A-10 has remained relevant thanks to a steady stream of upgrades. Over the years, it has been outfitted with modern avionics, precision-guided munitions, and structural reinforcements that extend its lifespan and improve its combat effectiveness. Today's A-10 is far from a relic of the 1970s. It is a thoroughly modernized aircraft capable of facing many contemporary threats. The cockpit now features advanced heads-up displays, secure communications equipment, and improved navigation systems that give pilots unprecedented situational awareness. Its wings and control surfaces have been redesigned with honeycomb structures, reducing weight while increasing durability and resistance to combat damage. The Warthog's arsenal has also expanded, incorporating GPS-guided bombs and air-to-ground missiles like the AGM-65 Maverick, which allows the plane to strike targets with pinpoint accuracy from miles away. These improvements have turned the A-10 into a more versatile and lethal machine, ensuring its place in modern battlefields, despite its age. Enter the rumor mill, the Super A-10 or A-11. In recent years, speculation has fueled the idea of an even more advanced successor to the Warthog, often dubbed the Super A-10 or A-11 Blacksnake. Online sources and viral videos claim that this mysterious aircraft features a sleeker, more aerodynamic design that improves fuel efficiency and range, advanced defensive systems to withstand modern surface-to-air missiles, and avionics so sophisticated they rival those of the F-35. Enthusiasts describe an aircraft faster and more agile than the original, equipped with upgraded weapons and precision-guided munitions, capable of devastating targets with surgical accuracy. However, the reality is less dramatic. The U.S. Air Force has not officially confirmed the existence of any such program. What people often describe as a Super A-10 is, in truth, the result of continuous upgrades to the existing fleet. These enhancements make the A-10 more capable than ever before, but they do not represent a brand new aircraft. The Blacksnake, for now, remains more myth than fact, though the Warthog's constant evolution does give it an aura of rebirth, the changing face of close air support. The battlefield of the future looks very different from the one for which the A-10 was originally designed. During World War II, close air support evolved rapidly, especially during the Normandy landings when temporary airstrips were constructed within hours to keep Allied planes within range of advancing infantry. In Iraq and Afghanistan, the A-10 once again proved invaluable, delivering relentless firepower against insurgents who lacked sophisticated air defenses. But future conflicts may involve adversaries with advanced radar systems, integrated air defense networks, and high-speed interceptors. In such environments, low-flying aircraft like the A-10 face far greater risks. This does not make the Warthog obsolete, but it does mean its role is shifting. Rather than being the backbone of close air support, it is likely to become a specialized tool used where its unique strengths, durability, heavy firepower, and low-altitude precision can be applied without excessive danger. And that wraps up our deep dive into the legendary A-10 Warthog and the truth behind the so-called Super A-11. If you enjoyed learning about this incredible aircraft, make sure to hit that like and don't forget to subscribe. Drop a comment below with your thoughts. Should the A-10 keep flying, or is it time for a new era of close air support? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.